Welcome everybody to the reprising episode for Horizon Zero Dawn. This is our session 6. And to be honest, it's been quite a while since we've played this title. We haven't touched this title since June of 2024. There was a lot going on at the time. I was involved in a handful of projects, including, and also it was my anniversary around that time frame. There was also some changes going on at work, and it just wasn't very practical to try and stream at the time, so we dropped it. And then when I came back, I felt like investing all the time into Zelda. And now that Zelda is done, we're back to the variety, and we'll also be experiencing, and we'll still be doing some ROM hacks on Tuesdays. Sadly, that didn't happen this last weekend as a result of some mental health issues. The world is a mess right now. The whole world is a mess right now, and that's a pretty well established fact. Everybody's pretty in on. But yeah, I am actually looking forward to playing Horizon Zero Dawn again. I can't say that I remember really for sure what was going on. I did try to review the last handful of VODs to try and pick up on things, but I gotta say it's definitely been a hot minute since we played. So with that also, since I think we are roughly somewhere around the halfway point with this game, we do have a new community poll that's currently live and running. And the community poll, for anybody who doesn't know how that works, basically, when it comes to variety titles, we alternate who gets to pick on the title getting played. So, I pick a variety title, and then I host a community poll that helps me pick the next game. The current contenders are Final Fantasy VII and a nostalgia pack that I was planning to run that would be roughly 10 to 20 sessions, give or take, of just random titles of what I played as a kid. Those are the two most popular votes, each at 7. We also have Legend of Dragoon, Tomb Raider, the 2013 remastered edition. Nobody's been voting for Castlevania Lament of Innocence, but that is one of the options, as well as Devil May Cry 3. It's been a very long time since we played Devil May Cry on this channel, but all the same, I would love to pick back up on that at some point. So for anybody who has not yet joined the Discord and would like to participate in that, or if you are in the server and you just haven't had the opportunity to vote yet, that poll is currently live on my server, so please go ahead and give that a check out. So, alrighty, guys, it's time to get started on this. So this might take me a few minutes to get going on. I'm gonna be rusty. I'm not even gonna remember how anything works in this game, so I hope you guys will bear with me while I try and figure out the controls on this one again, because it's gonna take a minute. Now, most games, they usually do a pretty good job of being pretty intuitive to what makes sense for players. I think, if I remember correctly, I think I do know how to like do some of the basic things like the melee and dodge roll and firing the arrows, of course. The bow really is the staple, the true winner in this title. Yeah, I don't even know what perks we've unlocked or anything. It's been like something like 9 months. It's been like 9 months since the last time we played this game. And this is taking an awful long time to load. I forget sometimes PlayStation 4 games and older they can take a minute. Go to Maker's End. Okay. At least it looks like we have a lot to do in the way, or on the way there, which will make it a little bit easier for me to try and recall what needs to be done, or how we play this game. There's a side quest there. That was the Rock Breaker. I do remember the Rock Breaker and being unable to do anything about that. That's right. This the completionist in me is going to have a very hard time resisting the urge to go and scope out pretty much everything. Because there's an arc down there, too. Why don't we... Oh gosh, 30 frames. You know, I used to get on Reaper's case about him and his 60 frame requirement, but I've been playing Skyrim lately, and Skyrim Anniversary Edition runs 60 frames on PS5, so I'm used to that fluidity, and not having it now is kind of painful. It's a little jarring. So, to the Reaper, if you watch this, I am sorry. Okay, dash, dodge roll. Dervahl.
Be the spire. It's huge.
Yeah, Dervahl was the one that was trying to kill the Sun King, right? I believe that was right. Apparently can't go that way. I was thinking he was up.
The one who foiled the plot against our city. The sun honors me with our meeting. You're Nora. I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this.
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Carja owe me nothing.
I see. Well,
Hey Juju, how's it going?
A strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Carja rituals to Carja stone. But there are obstacles. While Meridian holds its breath
Just
for
meh.
disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
Sorry, your Saturday doesn't seem to be off to the best of starts then.
If I could help, what must be done?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine
Hey,
of
King.
Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaro lost her companion on the edge of the jewel.
Just got the notification. I've only been live for 10 minutes, so
The
it's no
shrine was
worries.
built there to ward off the machines. Its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb. Called to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glint hawks perch there, drawn to the spire's shining.
So clear the machines out of 2 shrines.
And we got
move a
Rar.
priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Obstacles.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaru lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glint hawks perch there, drawn to the spire's shining.
So clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Alrighty.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
Alright, now we've picked up an extra side quest. Yeah, Metal King. How goes the Assassin's Creed? I was gonna stay up fairly late last night playing Skyrim. I made it to about 11:30. I started tunneling out of consciousness. I was so cooked. As a matter of fact, Juju, yeah, Skyrim. The Skyrim does have an awful lot that you can do with it, doesn't it? I don't play it on PC. I play it on PS5, and when you use mods on PS5 edition, it locks you out of trophies. So that's kind of a no-go for me. So I'm mostly just still playing the vanilla run for it, but it is the anniversary edition. 160 gigabytes, and most have been getting rid of some mods because my friends copied some with a model list of 489 gigabytes for Skyrim. That's an insane amount. That is an insane amount of mods. It basically becomes an entirely different game after that, doesn't it?
So much Oseram influenced the palace. What's he thinking, letting Dervahl live?
Yeah, at that point I would say it's basically not even the same game. It's another side quest we can pick up over this way. And Rar, how are you doing this morning? You got any fun plans for your weekend, or are you just chilling? My plan is pretty much just to chill. I'll probably get a little bit of some things done today after the stream, run a few errands, but after that, I pretty much have plans to just see how much Skyrim I can play this weekend. That's my primary objective. See how much Skyrim I can play. Now in your office, going to clean.
This
I
is
turned.
the Hunter's Lodge. Only members and invited get.
How do I get invited?
You've come all the way from the Savage East, right? You must have come across some of our hunting grounds. Each one has a set of hunting trials. If you pass a trial, you get an award called a half-sun. Win 3, and I'll let you in. Now off you go.
Wasn't sure about the sundown at first.
All right. Trying to tidy up my inventory list for my Magic the Gathering cards. It's nice, but time-consuming, because I decided that instead of separate columns for each mana value, I'm just going to do mana cost as it's seen on the card. Gotcha. Each icon individually, while Google Sheets only allows one image per cell, so I have to go into Paint and combine them into one image per mana value. That sounds really exhausting, sir. But if it makes you happy. Mod on the Nexus that allowed you to get achievements and trophies through Steam. Right, that's Steam though. If you got through Steam, I would highly recommend trying some of the mods that add some more locations, spells, and armor. Try to keep it friendly with Skyrim. I do have it on Steam, actually. I was able to successfully transfer my original file from my PlayStation 3 run, wherever pretty much everything is done, over to the PC. It's a fully playable game and everything, too. I tried to do the same with Oblivion, but Oblivion kept crashing. I've just surrendered to the idea that when I replay Oblivion on PC, I will just have to play it from the start. And that's probably okay, because I was not nearly as thorough on Oblivion as I have been on Skyrim. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Ra, are you sleepy? Are you just gonna take it easy this weekend then? I'm pretty sleepy still too. DLC was in my room at 6:20, which is around the time that we normally get him up 5 days of the week. On the weekends, I really wish that he would just sleep in, because I don't put him to bed on time on weekends. I try to get him to bed a little bit later so that it will provide me an opportunity to get the rest that I need. Alas, that was not the case this morning. In fact, we don't actually even know how long he was in our room. At some point, Kyo had noticed that there was something messing around with my nightstand, and realized that DLC's door was open, so... Probably, yeah. Weekends are good for just chilling, though. You got a 4K texture pack, reactive snow, and mud. You see the footprints in them. I got a few locations added. Also, I got armor packs so that they look way better. As well as a house mod that lets you change your appearance by looking into a mirror. That does sound interesting.
Oh boy, you're a big one, aren't you?
It's down there, isn't it? Yeah, no thank you. All these people being all nonchalant about that stuff.
Yeah, I've seen better. I've seen better.
High heel armor, like, come on, where's the modest female armor that looks good off of anime and manga and other games? That's not what we want. We want impractical armor that somehow is legendary, right? That's what we want.
This'll help.
It's a good thing that guy is in there and can't come after me. Otherwise, we'd have a real problem on our hands. Jeez! Well, one thing's for sure. I have definitely forgotten just how aggressive everything in this game is. Ouch.
I'll find a use for you.
Imagine this with guns that you could use. Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing with this game, though, right? You're not supposed to have guns for this one. The thing is that I've never really, like, hooked into mod playing. Like, I prefer... In most cases, I prefer to play a game exactly as it was released. And the allure for what was made is good enough for me. Like, I'm not knocking anybody who prefers to play games with mods, because there are a lot of awesome things that you can do with mods. And a lot of people take the opportunity to essentially turn a game into exactly what they want. But that's just not how I play my games, personally. Broke lower was Fallout 4 because their gun selections, quite frankly, sucks for vanilla guns. 90% of them are useless. I've never played a Fallout game, so I wouldn't know. And that's kind of the cruddy thing, is that I've got so many things on my list. Fallout just does not land very high on my list of priorities. I've got a pretty substantial list of games that I'd love to get around to playing, but I just don't know. Sona Berenzia quest markers is a mod I make sure I have, so that you know exactly what to avoid. A new hand touches the bacon. We've been up towards this way already once before, I believe, yeah? How do I travel? Right, I have to use fast travel packs. Almost incentivizing just a casual walk. And that's probably just as well right now, since I don't remember a lot about this game. I wait their turn with my bacon. Don't got time to comb every nook and cranny for the damn things. Yeah, the Berenzia... Berenzia, I guess, is what the proper pronunciation for it is. That does take a long time. I just look up a list when I go for that one. And I can usually find them all pretty fine if I have a list pulled up. I have a pretty good recollection of where I've been in games, usually, as long as it's not been 9 months and I've never played the game before, like this one. But in something like Skyrim, where I'm pretty well acquainted with the majority of the map, it's not terribly difficult for me to recall where I've been. I mean, it does also give you some assistance with that as well. Really good. Their guns are useful, and reamp guns on Fallout 4 are just bad. The thing is, for Fallout, I'm weary to pick up a game right now that's going to be any more than like 80 hours. I just don't want to play super long games. I say as I'm playing Skyrim right now, I'm mostly just focusing on the DLC. I was already like 200 hours into my Skyrim file, and so far I put in an additional 10, I think. But I did my platinum run for this Skyrim file 2 years ago.
If she's my mother, why would there be traces of her all the way out here, so far from Norland?
Asking the important questions, girl.
I don't get it. Who is she?
Her name is Elizabeth Sobek.
You, spying through my focus again? Well, go on. What do you know about her?
Stay on your present course, and before long, you'll know her as well as I do. Maybe better. But be wary. Maker's End is crawling with Eclipse troops. To help you deal with them, I've left some useful equipment just outside the ruins. Your focus will show the location.
So we still haven't actually figured out who her mom is yet. Bro. No.
Here we go.
See, there was a way to make... Oh, there we go. Ow. Oh. Oh.
Felt that. Follow up.
Yeah, Vex is the one that you take the stones to. It's my biggest issue with the Skyrim voice acting. There's no consistency on pronunciations. Some pronounce it Berenzia, and Vex says Berenzia. I mean, a massive project like that, around the time of the PlayStation 3 era, voice acting at the time was... I mean, it was a lot better than it was in Oblivion. That much is... Like, we can't even argue with that. We can't even begin to argue with the fact that it was much better than it was in Oblivion. The crazy thing about Oblivion's voice acting
Keep.
was that you'd have these moments where you'd be talking to somebody and then their voice actor would completely change in the middle of the conversation. Like, certain pieces of dialogue were just linked to different voice actors entirely. That was always something that threw me off really badly. So at least there was better consistency in that each character, or each NPC that you talked to, was all fleshed out completely by the same voice actor. But yeah, there was still some inconsistency within the scope of the voice acting for Skyrim.
I saw some of the places you'd been. The new settlers had no appreciation of craft. They'd already piled your work in a ditch. But I knew the signs to look for. The scrabble in the dirt, those surprised splashes.
At least it's the
Then
same
they told
dude.
you we'd meet again.
Nil. Still hunting bandits?
Oh, yes. I've been sharpening my blade.
Hey, Drill.
Anticipating the scent of the fight. Don't get me wrong. These scum aren't odorous. A little panic and desperation really sets it off, though. Like an incense.
How are you doing
So,
today, bro?
What's your knife called?
Why would someone name a knife?
So much for small talk.
Are you ready?
Just don't think this means I enjoy it.
Don't worry. We'll take your secret to their graves.
Liberate the settlement. What level am I? I know not. Level 23. Okay. And I have perk points. I just woke up, so to be determined. 11's not a bad time to wake up, depending on what time you went to bed. It's subscribed, Forehead. Thank you so much for the resub. It's 24 months, a total of 2 years. Thank you very much for that support, bro. I really appreciate that. Which perks do I want? 15% damage increase to strike attacks. Strike from below. I think I actually need to have a handful of these, don't I? Went to bed around 2. Let's see, how do I... There we go. Yeah, I was in bed about 11:30, 11:40-ish. Yeah, I wanted to be up a little later, but alas, that just did not happen.
I'll do what I have to.
I went to bed at 12th. Metal King, you want to do the honors? You went to bed at 12:30.
Everything's sharp.
Here we are.
Thank you, Drill. If y'all are wondering if I'm just going to sit out here and camp and wait for each one to come out investigating, the answer is yes.
Tell me when you see something.
I went to click on somebody. Said somebody removed it.
We're giving
Yep,
up.
you gotta be quick to beat the drill. Whoop. Use suppressing A. or X for cross. Used to pressing cross for the interact. I have the sword, I get to use it too. I should go to bed at 2 or 3, so being to bed by 12:30 was big for me. I went to bed early, huh? Only slept 9 hours, usually sleep until noon. Don't be so cross by having to say cross. Where is y'all? You're dead.
Something.
How are there still so many people in here? This is pretty much my my typical Assassin's Creed Valhalla runs, trying to make my way through any of the forts or anything. J-Lark, how's it going? Welcome in.
The bandits brought their prisoners here. Incoming!
Ah. Hello. Painful.
Put some muscle into it!
Ow.
Get picked up!
Loved watching that guy hit his friend with the with whatever boomstick he was carrying. That was awesome. Headshot. I mean, headshots are kind of like the only way to play in this, you know? You're not going to do hardly any real amount of damage without doing headshots.
Right here, you sawed-offs!
Why did you call me?
Found him!
There you go. Don't auto target require this level of precision. Then Horizon Zero Dawn is probably not your game, bro.
Look what I found.
That is just fine. We all have a particular set of specialties. Mine is actually not pinpoint accuracy. The drill sergeant's probably watching me play this and just kind of shaking his head like, come on, you could have shot that guy in the head like 4 times over. What the heck? Come on. Particular set of skills. Hey, you said it, not me. Skills that make him a nightmare.
How did he get so close to the Sun King? The Oseram Guard will be blaming their shadows for their mistakes. And Oseram tries to kill the Sun King, and Anora saves his life. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Apparently I'm carrying too many resources.
Sit back, take a breath, make the world go away.
Some of these things are really only good for selling for shards. Time to go do taxes. We got ours done this last week, thankfully, but I don't envy you for the process. Hopefully you don't have anything too complicated, but in any case, if you're dropping out, then that's just fine. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello at the very least. I'm sorry I didn't make it back in the other day. I had every intention to get back around to your stream, and then Just didn't happen. First week of February. Basically as soon as possible, right? Shadow Tripcaster. That's what I have. Eh. Yeah, I have the same Shadow Tripcaster and the Shadow Hunter bow. So we need some different things here. We need crystal braiding. I don't need the Scrapper Hearts anymore by the look of it.
Any work done under the sun warms you through the night.
Thank you, J Lark. Have a great day. Just need to play it. I mean, it is a really good game.
The Oseram have gone too far this time. Dervahl should die for his crimes.
I have heard that the sequel is a little bit harder to get into. BRB, we will be right here. Just selling what we're picking up. Don't need this. Don't need this. Ancient ring.
The Sun King's grown too soft. Too much Oseram influence at the palace. What's he thinking, letting...
Okay. This isn't Resident Evil celebrating 29 years today. No, I left that up for you to do. How's it going, Scorns? I mean, I figured that if there was going to be something on the Sarge stream, that there wouldn't be a complaint if it was this one. Ah. Gotta go talk to Nil again.
The Oseram would invent a gadget to do this.
Aloy on stream. Grab popcorn. Send popcorn to me, please. Left behind all these
An Oseram tries to kill the sun
metal
while
shards,
Nora
too.
saves his life. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Remember how the blood pounded in your ears? They'll ring later. in the calm. It's a call to arms from your inner desires.
Or a cry for help.
I wouldn't fight it.
I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
So you used to be a soldier. You fought for the Karja?
For them, against them.
I only have
An
vague
empire
recollection
always
of this
finds its
guy.
wars. You can't be picky. The new king of Vod saw things differently. Called an investigation into war crimes. Aren't all wars a crime to someone? So I
Barking
raised
up
my
the
hand
wrong
and
tree.
volunteered.
You volunteered to investigate?
No, I volunteered my confession. No sense wasting time with an investigation. I was sent to Sunstone Rock for 2 years. The trade was fair.
They sent you to a rock for 2 years? Is this some kind of Karja ritual?
No, Sunstone Rock is a prison, south of Meridian, south of the Rain Gathers. Our new Sun King is a believer in rehabilitation, as am I. In the heat of a stone cell, in the dark, I learned to focus on what was truly important to me.
He's zero compared to Sarge. What crimes?
What were these things you did, Nil?
Acceptable things, under the circumstances.
Acceptable to who?
I don't make decisions. Let's just say the rules of engagement suited me. But rules are important. A structure. Cage.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you know of those places, lonely places where people once were? Now just a hole cut in the world. Chances are, I was there before.
Have you found a new partner yet?
I thought we were partners.
I have my own roads to follow, Nil.
And they seem to lead back to bandits. That works for me. I'm not suggesting a Karja wedding. I'm never lonely where there's killing to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Time to move on.
A brief encounter for us, but the end for them. They were squalid lives anyway.
Wow! Kreth! How are you doing, man? We got the Smug Ship raid. Welcome in, raiders. Thank you so much for that raid, Kreth. I appreciate that. Let me just take a second here. How was your stream today? What were you streaming? Apparently no clippies for you. Zenless Zone Zero. I don't know what that is. I do know what Symphony of the Night is, though. Were you doing a, like a randomizer for Symphony of the Night, or are you just doing a vanilla playthrough? I'm also a little surprised I didn't realize that you were doing that, because Symphony of the Night is by far one of my favorites from the Castlevania series. It doesn't seem to load it. No, that's just fine. Well, I hope that you had a really good stream. To my wonderful community here, if you guys don't know Krethy and Omega, we go back to the Lance Leisure streams way back in the day. He is a variety streamer, also likes to do, from what I remember, you like to do a lot of randomizers for different things. A lot of Metroid from what I've seen in the past, but not a bad little variety streamer as well. So, it's an Archipelagio, you're doing multi-world, okay. Yep, stuff like that. So if you like what Moonlit Shadows does, but you want some different titles, Crest's the guy to go to. Rich Corinthian leather. Do need to play Metroid again. Don't we all? We all need to play Metroid again. Are you excited for Metroid Prime 4? I'm super hyped about Metroid Prime 4. And for those of you that came in with Kreth and do not know me, I am Commander Sargent. You just call me Sarge. I am a Zelda variety streamer. However, we just finished doing a series playthrough from 1986 all the way to Echoes of Wisdom, released 2024. Yes. It took us 3.5 years, but we finally did it. We finally finished it about a week and a half ago. And now we're trying to get back into the swing of doing some variety titles, which starts with Horizon Zero Dawn. I have a community poll already listed in the Discord server, in which I am asking for my community's support in picking what I will play next. The current contenders are Final Fantasy VIII versus my Nostalgia Pack, which will essentially be a pretty lengthy list of just small titles of things that I used to play back when I was a kid. So, if you have not yet participated in the Discord server poll, it is open to you guys to do so. Pod Racer. I actually have contemplated throwing Pod Racer in the mix. That would be super fun. Star Wars Racer. Be a good one. A Hoyoverse game. So, gacha RPG. I am keen for it even when it takes more decades. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer in Archipelagio. That would be something. That would certainly be something. Can you do that? I don't really know what the rules are around what you can and can't do with Archipelagios. That is legitimately a thing right now. That is awesome. I seriously had no idea. The problem is I don't remember what I do and don't need from my resources. My guess is that I probably don't actually need very many of these top ones. It's in beta currently, same with Symphony of the Night. Soul Calibur 2 is also in the list, yes. Probably not like a full adventure mode thing, but handfuls of classics, maybe a little bit of progress with the shit. There's always hostility right in the freaking road, no matter where you go in this game. So Skyward Sword, I'm playing in Archie as we speak. That is awesome. Welcome in, Cloud Zane. Okay, I really don't feel like fighting you guys. There are a lot of you guys, and I really don't feel like fighting all of you. Go away. Forget you saw anything, and just go about your business. Oh, I removed the language counter a while ago, King. I feckin' douche. Yeah, we did Skyward Sword as part of the series playthrough. The series playthrough was pretty phenomenal. We played almost every single game in the Legend of Zelda franchise.
Not a bad selection. I'll put those to use. Why are you doing
The
this?
only games that we missed in the franchise was Triforce Heroes and the Four Swords game, not the Advance, or the one on the Game Boy Advance. We didn't skip the one for GameCube. We got the one for GameCube, but we did miss out on the one that was for Game Boy Advance because of emulation problems. And I just straight up opted out of doing the Triforce Heroes. Those are the only two titles that we missed, though. The disrespect, King. Is this just dead end? I think this is just a dead end.
Low and quiet does it.
Thank you for the hydrate, Scorns. George Foreman and the language counter. They had some of the hardest fights I've ever seen. And now they're both gone. I need a moment. Arctic! You snuck in here. Appreciate that. Thank you. How you doing today? I know I just saw you in Moonstream a little earlier, but I hope you're doing well. You're tired. I can appreciate that. Sleepsy Saturdays, that is for sure. Arctic, I don't know if you have yet, but we have done, or we have the community poll open on the Discord server. The current titles that are contested against each other is Final Fantasy VIII versus a kind of a what I call the nostalgia pack, which will essentially be 10 to 20 streams of just games that I used to play when I was a kid for me to showcase for you guys.
See someone up there.
No, you didn't. It's in your imagination. Oh, Rishi.
Come out wherever you are.
Oh, I missed it. There we go. Gotcha. Oh dear. Whoa!
The Eclipse has broken our shields. Cooperating. One happy family.
That's not a deer. You're right. It absolutely is not.
Eclipse, just like you said.
Get on it.
Ow. It's been a while, so you would have missed all my life drama then. I'm sorry that there's been life drama. There's been life drama for a lot of people lately, but feel free to fill me in if you're okay with sharing, or you can send me a private message if you'd rather do that. I am definitely interested in what's been going on with you lately. I did see something about new job, which I come to think of it, I think I remember that you were at a fairly new job in the last couple of years anyway, so I'm guessing things must not have gone right with that. Unless you've moved as well? Did you... Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Got a 10-week notice. March 10th was going to be my last day since they were cutting out weekend shifts. And I work 7 to 3, 5 days a week. Hey, 7 to 3 is not a bad shift. That's more or less what I'm on right now. 7 to 3:30. But I'm sorry that you were,
Oh no!
I'm sorry that you were put on notice like that. That really sucks to be out your job. Ow. These are the hard points.
Still sniffing around.
Missed my weekend shift so badly. Oh dear.
The corruptor. That might prove a challenge.
Okay. Ow. Everything's on fire. Ugh. You serious?
Thought they'd go on forever.
Work I'm doing now is okay. I work with surgical needles used to cataract eye surgeries. Oh, fun. Yay, fire! And it burns, 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 the ring of fire. We only went through, like, literally every single,
That's not gonna come free.
healing material, or healing resource I've got.
It's heavy. World's going white.
Them fighting at our side, Meridian will be ours once more.
Let's see what we've got. We've got these treasure boxes, right? A lot of stuff I can't take with me right now. Kind of hoping that some of these have potions in them. Pause music. Yeah, the pause music is really good in this one, isn't it? A lot of the soundtrack here is really good. Okay. Let's see. We can craft things, right? Craft some potions. We can make potions. No, drop. Wait, what? I don't want to drop it. I want to make one. Can I not? I thought that I could. Oblivion Elder Scrolls Inspire? You think so? I don't think I'm really hearing that out of this, but, oh, here we go, crafting. Traps and potions. Potions. Make a health potion. We can create health potions! Hell yeah! And some full health potions. That might actually be, lifting some of these... damage coil. Increase shock by another 39. I mean, this is already shocking. Let's equip that modification too. Yeah, there we go. It is snowing. Is it March? Why is it snowing? We get snow in March. We actually have seen snow. I've actually seen snow in June. Here in Utah before. It happens. It's not very fair that it happens, but it does happen. Carry capacities. How much more do we need for resource? Are we at our resource maximum? Resource satchel increases the size of your resource satchel. Ah, we need rich meat, which I'm pretty sure I just used. Darn. It's alright, we'll find more. Arctic with the resub, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Snowed one time in April since I moved back to the Pacific Northwest, and once in Arizona when I lived there for 3 years. Or lived there years ago. I'm sorry, I read 3. You just used your rich meat. Rich meat. Indeed. I have a lot of side quests. Perhaps a sweet roll can fix it.
What have they been uncovering here?
Somebody stole mine. You better alert the local authorities on that one, King. How about a smoothie potion for for old time's sake, right? Gets them Echoes of Wisdom vibes, right? Oh, okay. We're good, we saved it. I panicked, but then I handled it. Chased him, and then out of nowhere he got shot by an arrow. In the knee! Taking arrows to the knee.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Oh, something mean out this way. With the attitude behind. Thoughts on possible Oblivion remake that's been surrounding the game for him. There has been a lot of growing hype around it, but still no real confirmation about it. I kind of would be surprised if that ends up being a Shadow release. I can't say that it's completely outside the realm of possibilities, but it does seem kind of unlikely to me. It's not something that I'm currently holding my breath on, but I wouldn't complain. I would gladly take it if it comes our way. Let's be honest, Oblivion needs a remake more than Horizon Zero Dawn.
Rotate turret! And fire! All weapons operational. Time to get it moving and be quick about it.
One second, guys. It just occurred to me that there was actually one little thing I forgot to do. Okay.
Has to be one of the Deathbringers we haven't talked about. Fitting name. I'll never get into that tower. Unless I destroy that thing first.
Get why they needed a remaster. Oh no, a PS4 game? We have the PS5 now. Must remaster. The Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, honestly, I don't think it even looks... I don't think it looks any better.
Dead, but not long. Watch out!
This is where it ends.
Focus. It stopped working.
I've disabled his focus. The rest is up to you.
I'll handle it. Steam's blasting out. I wonder if there's a weakness.
Dude, go down! Ah! Okay. Oh.
Did it. Those things pack a punch. All right.
James
Better
Cameron
focus.
better be taking notes for the next Avatar
Let's see
film.
what's on it.
This is next level shit right here. This is a really good title. Very interesting.
Let's see what you have to say. What is this?
The entity lives. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
What the hell was that? Hades? Hey! Mysterious stranger, did you see that? No answer, huh? Figures. Things just keep getting stranger. I need to find a way inside the tower.
Your auto upscaler for the Assassin's Creed looks pretty good. That's awesome. I love it when you can get old games to perform and look really, really good. You don't have a whole lot of issue with like any game stutter or anything like that due to the limitations of the hardware.
It's tight, but I can squeeze through.
Oop. There we go. Curiouser and curiouser.
Hold for identiscan.
One of these again.
One of these again.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. Please step inside.
Whoa ho! We're getting somewhere, guys. TV that's doing the upscaling, not the console third-party device. Future!
Dr. Sobek, you are 355,510 days overdue for your meeting with Mr. Fairman. Please proceed to the
355,000 years.
350,000. That's
350,000. 300. I added an extra 5. 350,000 years overdue. Holy frijoles. That is. This stuff be ancient. Okay. You guys know me, I'm gonna look for valuables before we get any further in. Now we're getting somewhere. She's an Isu? This is the part where we find out what Aloy is, I think. If it's not that part, then it will finally give. This is where it starts to tell us what happened to the world, and why it's been 350,000 years since this Sobek was even around to have checked in or anything. 69,000 years late, Sarge. Thank you for the clip.
And they honored it?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home.
What was this place? What were they doing here?
It was a corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to your focus. They'll help you understand.
I'm assuming everybody would be okay with me not poking around so much in those data files. We'll do this one.
Now I know this must seem like a bizarre change in direction.
Hey, bud.
I mean, we're Faro Automated Solutions, right? Number
Okay.
one robotics firm in the world. Why would we clear our production slate to fabricate human-operated vehicles and weapon systems, the relics of the past? All I can say at this juncture is...
Bye-bye, buddy.
Trust me, we will be exploiting a massive, growth opportunity by retooling and reallocating capacity according to my plan. So I will need revised projections of mass fabrication velocity across every pipeline within
It was the
36
DLC,
hours.
yes.
So they were making
Surprise
machines,
DLC drop.
then they stopped to make other kinds
Chimera back at full force again. Makes me thrilled. I know, I'm also pretty hyped about it. Chimera, I've honestly not poked around too much into their stuff. I really love the self-titled album. and that's the one that I know the most. I haven't really poked around in the rest of their discography. It's one of those things I've been meaning to get around to doing, and I just keep forgetting. Getting distracted by other things.
Forget about traveling light.
Yep.
The air. There's no smell to it. Not even old death. Nothing natural.
Not a single scent to the air here. Complaints.
Another cave-in. But I could get through.
Thought I was going crazy. No. Nope, my little guy will be will be turning 5 very soon. It's crazy how the time flies.
Looks like I can climb here.
Unless I was supposed to go down. There's a supply crate up this way. And the way I'm supposed to go. So, we're gonna go down here first. Let's go have a peek-see.
I bet I can use that as a ramp to get back up.
Wild DLC has been summoned. Sarge uses what's up but attack powers. DLC retreats and uses Estus flasks of poison. It's about right. I guess he launched a bouncy ball down the stairs and landed right behind my guitar, so he was down here to reclaim. Nothing of importance in here? I suppose not. Oh, hey. This does go back around.
Can't carry more.
Hang on. Well, now I want to go back and climb, because, this is now indicating that this is the way forward. Did we see what was in here already? Pretty sure we've been this way. Oh, there was a potion in there too. We'll just take that. Getting good and lost. One of the funnest Dante moments in Devil May Cry 4. He has come to claim what is rightfully his. Very appropriate. You know, I was a little surprised to see that there wasn't any more love for the Devil May Cry. I was really surprised that there was no love at all for Castlevania in this current poll. Yeah, you and King, I'm pretty sure the two of you always vote for DMC when it comes up.
The protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms.
Can only vote for it
quantum
once.
encryption, black quartz stuff, way beyond military grade. That's what you demanded. So that's what we delivered.
You don't code something you can't crack. All we need is a backdoor. Upload the latest service pack update and the problem goes away.
You specifically forbade us from leaving anything resembling a backdoor in code. Every protocol to Black Quartz standard. Your words. Look, if you need me to fudge some projections, it's nothing we haven't done before.
I don't need fudged projections. I need a way to reassert control over the Hearts Timor swarm.
I don't know what to tell you, Ted. You're asking the impossible.
So, codes. They needed codes of some kind to control the machines. But they got out of control. Sounds bad.
in a world that no longer understands the meaning of the word code. That's got to be foreign and difficult for her to keep up with. Like, when I watched this game the first time, when Kyo was playing this game, I had a profound respect for the amount of effort that Aloy would have to be putting into understanding technology in a world where it's primitive and dead.
Please.
Shard Salver skill allows you to disassemble resources modifications into 50% of their metal shard value. Do we have that one? I don't know if we have that one yet, do we? You can say that to mathematical code sequences to 001, 001, 0001. Here's the chance for extra resources when loading down. Let's see. That's Brave. It's Prowler, Forager. Machine repair, metal repair. Improved and reused. Shard salvager skill. Okay. So I do already have this one. The resources. So we can break things down. Freeze ammunitions. Valuable merchants. Guess we could afford to go without some of our blaze here. Code has existed for such a long time. It comes from the Latin Codex, which is basically just a book or a manuscript, which is why we use it now. If you want information that isn't Google, just ask Scorns and King. Or Duos. Better than AI. Go us, high five. The thumping, you hear DLC with his bouncy ball. Yes, he's jumping up and down upstairs. No doubt. That's what kids do, you know. Alright, so that frees up 3 slots at least. I guess they are better than Gwen Stefani's solo career. Pretty sure we're at maximum for everything now. Excuse me, what? What do you need? You want me to go back up this way? There we go. Mentioned my therapist thinks I might have ADD or ADHD on top of my OCD. I don't know what to think about that. I have tendencies, but not full-on diagnosis. Thing is, things like this present themselves in people very differently. It's very different from person to person. I've met plenty of ADHDers who are not exactly the same as Kyo. Kyo is very self-aware and very responsible about her own ADHD and how that, what kinds of things to watch out for so it doesn't continue to hinder or upend her life. And there are other people that I've met that are less on top of it and just kind of let it roam free. Call me irresponsible. I'm not saying that you're irresponsible. I'm just saying that different people handle it differently. Trying to exit a conversation with somebody that has ADHD that isn't Kyo can be a bit of a challenge sometimes for me. Just like, okay, I am going to walk away now because you are not understanding my prompt for this conversation has run its course. Hey, buddy. Classified as depressive individual, at least what they recall. I don't have massive traits of bipolar at all. Yeah, and I mean, I think different people just have different blends of different things. You're back again? Cool.
Gonna be a long way up.
Welcome back.
Frozen metal most of the way. Not making this easy, Dr. Sobek.
No, she is not.
If plants can find a way to hang on up here, guess I can too.
Let's have a look in here. Whoop. That was scary. Back again. DLC's back. Tell a friend. Yes. It does. Oh.
Crisis that began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine. Now, I wish that I could relate that the crisis has been exaggerated, but it's not. The Peacekeepers have not responded to stand-down codes, and by all signs, they appear to be replicating at a precipitous rate. Now, what I can promise, can absolutely assure you, is that I am already devoting every possible resource towards reaching a speedy conclusion to this issue. So when you hear the bad talk about us against this company in the days, maybe weeks to come, just bear in mind that we will get past this. And a day's coming when none of this will matter.
Peacekeepers. That's what they called their machines. They were built for war, not peace.
When there's more than one way to go, I always want to examine every possible direction. Oh, I guess that
the chill's gonna keep me alert.
just loops around on top of itself. Okay. Have I tried the Elden Ring board game yet? So it is a pretty in-depth game. I've opened it up to have a look. Hey, buddy, could you not throw that right at me, please? We've opened it up. We've taken a look. I've got a pretty good understanding of the setup for it, but I haven't actually had the chance to play it yet. But it is enormous. I've actually got it down on the floor over here, so. What's up? Did you lose it? Where did you find it? Good job. Maybe you should go back upstairs with it. I don't want you to get lost in something. There's a lot of places it could get lost down here. There's less places for it to get lost upstairs. Alright. Try to warn you. I love you, buddy. If that's the obvious way forward and then there's more than one path, I'm gonna go the other way. Yep, that's usually what I do as well, because I like to look for those extras. All hands on deck. Whoa. Wish you wouldn't do that. You understand, right? Right? Once, twice, sold! That's just the completionist in me. But I guess that there is a certain amount of OCD tendency that I do have. I wouldn't say that I have OCD in its clinical senses. Like I don't have little minute things that dictate the way that I have to organize or have certain things, but when it comes to video game completion, I am very attentive to those things. I can just say I'm not as bad as King. Well, nobody knows your life. It's not like I tell everybody how your life goes. Band of Sea incident. No, when it comes to the when it comes to playing video games, that's where it presents itself the worst in me. I am very thorough in the way I play my games. Oop.
Fresh as it comes.
Welcome back. You looking for the orange one?
A way up.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have bounced it down here.
A few good handholds. All right, made it. Wonder what we'll find.
Search Pharaoh's office for information about Dr. Sobek. Guys, I can't see nothing. It's crazy that this was an office. Data storage. 6% power remaining.
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy Alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
Okay, we are at that scene.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team,
Ted?
Buddy, you have to take it to Mom.
Lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
Alright, this promises to be interesting.
I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Sorry about that. DLC found some scraps from some fabric and he was getting irritated that they are cut up. because Kyo had made something with them, so and he was starting to escalate on that.
Brought in, you know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You've screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots.
Peacekeepers.
That consume biomass as fuel.
In emergencies.
And you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean.
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth, but somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I am speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
Exit the ruin. Hang on, we want to go up first. We need to be going up, not down. And right now, for those of you who know, you're all having that dark realization of how grim that interaction actually was. How bad this whole thing actually is. What is Zero Dawn. For those that don't know, you have to press on. Have to know. That is the amazing plot hook of this game.
Some kind of power cell. I wonder what it's for.
Now, those of us that know, and boy do we know.
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Faro robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
All right, Silence. You've made your point. I came to these ruins hoping to learn more about this Elizabeth Sobek. And I have, but I still don't understand my connection to her. Or why the Eclipse is trying to kill me. Or who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Exactly. Which is why it's time to expand your frame of inquiry. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Faro robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
Not so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
Okay, let's talk your intentions.
Who are you, Silence? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal? I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the Eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I am nothing if not independent. Now if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
Is there any chance that Elizabeth Sobek could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals, mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation. Wasting time.
Who is Hades?
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead. Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse described him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades. It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the Eclipse to resurrect Faro robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself.
Okay, I'm gonna snooze the ad roll, since this is all very important information for you guys. Faro robots.
You said you've known for some time that Faro war machines destroyed the civilization of the old ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
But the robots we've seen so far, the Corruptors and Deathbringers, they don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of?
You've been using my focus to spy on me. How's that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice, that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses.
And you can spy through other Eclipse's focuses too.
Usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Oseram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
You'll find it in the Eastern Mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners have been Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up here, at least. U.S. Robot Command next.
So anybody that hasn't seen this game before, got any guesses what Zero Dawn is? Hey, we got a trophy. Hell yeah. I love trophies. Has a beautiful sound. Hey, Larkin. Thank you for that loosen up. Kind of getting some Soma vibes, yes. And you might continue to get Soma vibes. I'm getting some good stretching today. You're getting so many vibes. That was a good one, Larkin. How's your Saturday, Larkin? How are things going for you? Oh, look, the front door. Get the hydrate and re-loosen up. Okay, I'll loosen up again. If you insist, Juju. Alright, and some hydration. Always good as well. This was a good bit of the game to come back to after such a long break away. Well, a bit of a bad luck streak, but good otherwise. Saturday has been okay so far. I'm sorry to hear that you've been on a bad luck streak. It's not fun when things just aren't panning out for you. Hopefully things can improve before too long. Oh, are you playing Horizon Zero Dawn right now? That's awesome. Okay, looks like the ad roll is going to come through this time, so, but we're not doing anything horrendously important. I'll, do what I can not to, answer too many questions or, responds to too many messages in the time that we're waiting for me to return. Shadow looks pretty okay. I will be completely honest, I actually completely forgot that it was releasing right now. I don't have any kind of an order for it, so I'm just kind of letting it go as it is. Pretty sure that's all I need from right here for now. Why don't we come over here? Whoa.
Uh-oh, spotted.
When did Dragon Age Veilguard release? Was it, this last year late because it's already 50% off. I actually don't know, but I do know that it's the PlayStation freebie this month. Are we here? Up there. First time playing. I've been somewhat in the know of this gameplay before being playing it on my new laptop. It's been sort of getting me through the bad luck string. Gotcha. Yeah, it's been an interesting game. I am also in the know. I watched Kyo play this game first, so I'm not really coming in completely fresh. I know what the Project Zero Dawn is. I'm in the know about terminology and everything for this game, so... But nonetheless, I still really wanted the opportunity to play it for myself. And it was actually a pick from my brother-in-law, Steel. The last time that I had the... Oh, please. Okay, you're being horrendously rude here. Sure, yeah, do that. Yeah, so periodically with this community, I sometimes have a channel redemption that allows for somebody to pick a game off of my backlog. It's not currently active, but after we're done with this playthrough for Horizon Zero Dawn, I will be going into the next game, and when the next game starts, there will be an option then to... From all the way back up here again? Are you kidding me? This is backlog you speak of. Yeah, people, when I have the redemption available, people can spend roughly 50 to 60,000 channel points in order to pick a game from off of the backlog, which essentially overrides the Sarge pick portion. Okay, I made sure that there's nothing up here. Okay. Let's just fast travel down that way. But yeah, when the channel point option is available, you guys are pretty much allowed to pick anything from off of that list, which I have updated some titles either on or off. I do have more now that I can add to that backlog. Okay, let's try this again without getting mangled. Rich meat. Know most of your backlog games. I've played half of them. Don't know Quake and Star Wars Academy. Quake is sort of like Doom, from what I understand. I have never played Doom, or I've played Doom. I've never played Quake. Nevertheless, I do have it, so I figure I may as well add it into the list. One of my more recent acquisitions, I've picked up Blasphemous.
A pocket shitstorm tour, day one. Where better to start than at the end. Or where the end started, anyway. Ground zero. Where it all came crashing down. My career first, then everything else. And I mean everything.
All right. Well, that was quite interesting, seeing that as it was. Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails also did the main themes and composed tracks for Quake and its sequel. Yep, so there you go. That's the information that you need. It's what to know about that title. Okay, so there's a metal flower and a vantage point out here. Do we spend some time to collect some extras? Do you guys mind if I take some time to collect some extra things now that we've made some significant story progress? I just don't think I've got enough time to really delve into much more in terms of the story this week. Holding a heavy weapon. Critical hits deal more damage. Balanced aim. Use ranged weapons while balancing on ropes. That might actually be helpful. It's your stream. Do it. It's a check mark. Why is there a check mark here? I don't think I'm quite far enough along to do the I'm gonna use another fast travel to get me here. You should be ill prepared as possible and die all the time so you can't continue. Taking the FromSoft approach. Thing is that some of what I'm looking for isn't even actually components that I need for better equipment. It's just collectibles. It's like the feathers from Assassin's Creed.
Was Dervahl. He tried to kill the Sun King. Unbelievable.
Trade with merchant. I don't believe I have this one, do I? Take a free sample box because why not? Always carrying more than I probably need. Save! That's a good idea. Whoosh. Saved.
So there are Oseram.
I hear something big and scary out here.
Stocking up.
I am going the wrong way. Behemoth, huh? Oh, damn. There we go. Okay. I really wasn't looking for a whole mess of this. Ow. Why'd you gotta go and ruin this for me, huh? Cheese and rice. Oh my gosh. We don't need this in our lives. Oh my hell, what was that? Cheese and rice, yes.
For later.
You need a potion. I got potions. I think that's a fire. Yeah. Sawtooths. Okay. Like a good neighbor, stay over there. Yeah, I think Kyo played this on easy mode. I am playing on the standard difficulty, and like I enjoy it. It's plenty fun, but there are some instances where I'm just all like, oh my gosh, I am being pounced on from 3 different directions. If you continue, your last save game will be reloaded. It's an effective way to keep people within the game boundaries. I need to figure out how to get up here so I can get to that. It's just not allowed. It's just not allowed.
So much for being careful.
Oh, only 3 directions? That's cute. Yeah, in essence with this game, nowhere is safe. There is no such thing as safety. Like how these things above us are about to rain down some kind of fresh new hell on me. This ain't Skyrim, but we're doing the best that we can. Nothing is safe. Everything is trying to kill you. Welcome back. Oh, you're back again? Hi, buddy. The Horizon twist on the Assassin's Creed motto. Exactly. Oh boy. Do you gotta? Like, I'm just down in this ravine trying to mind my own freaking business, and then... Ow. Oh my... Stop. Finding these things down in a ravine, not exactly ideal. Q's down by the river. No, I got it too. I understood. I don't believe that there's actually any kind of requirement to find all of the data points. I might be wrong, but as far as I know, there wasn't. There's another vantage point out here, though. And camp. "74 sets done, 41 to go." Well, you're mostly there. Is there a van down by the river?
Ouch.
Aloy expressing her disapproval with having to slide down mountainsides. Like, I'm sorry, lady. We gotta go where we gotta go, though.
Why have you come to Sunfall? The Grave Hoard is where you belong.
You make it sound so attractive, Silence.
The Eclipse knows you're alive, Aloy. If their agents see you at Sunfall, you will be overwhelmed.
Well, that's certainly ominous.
Now the question is, how do we get up there? Like, seriously. Am I supposed to be around on the other side of this mountain, maybe? Because I hate to go down just to have to come back up again. Oh, looks like this is it. Right here. There we go. Whoa. Okay. Everything's gotta have a laser beam in this game, huh? There we go. 2 trophies today. I'll take it. Climbs mountains, Lara Croft hates tombs, Sarge likes Skyrim physics and gets good controls. What else is there to add to this glorified man? Just a pile of secrets.
Day 12. As we watch the booster arc up into the night sky.
Where's our laser beam arrows? I'd love to know.
You took my hand, squeezed it, and said, "You have written the story of our family across the stars."
Okay. Oh, Aloy! No! Okay, Skyrim physics, here we go. There we go. DLC is expressing his dissatisfaction with life at the moment. I think we're just about at time though, guys, so. Is that DLC howling? Yes, yes it is. And he has come to make it our problem. Hi, what's up? You want to sit on my lap? Sorry guys, 1 second. Alright guys, sorry about that wait. I had to turn on the BRB screen because it became apparent that DLC just wanted to watch himself cry. He wasn't even actually that upset by the time that we were at the end of that. It's just like, you're just watching yourself cry. He's mad at Kyo because Kyo asked him not to put his hand into a hole that he found in the couch. Our couches are old and kind of falling apart. So he's curious, but he's not realizing that he's going to make a bigger mess by trying to play around with that hole. So what in the heck?
Ready or not.
Ow. Squaboom. There goes the $5 he could have found in the couch. Indeed. If only. So I'm just going to remind everybody while we're getting ready to wrap up here that we do have the community poll going on inside the Discord server right now. If you guys have voted, thank you so much for doing so. We still have a little while before it will close, but everybody's votes count because we are such a tiny community, and yeah, it's been pretty great turnout on that poll already. But yeah, if you guys haven't yet and would like to, please do so sooner rather than later so that we can determine what will be played after we finish Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm just trying to get back around to this campsite over here. Not expecting to have to go through or around all of these watchers and stuff. Doesn't know what a code is, but she knows hide and seek. You go, girl.
Never know when I might need these.
Yeah, DLC's fine. He is definitely getting a lot bigger, though, isn't he? It's kind of crazy how fast they grow up. Oh, did I? I guess I have been close enough for it to count. Okay. Man, they just want us to skip all the way back out to the other side again, huh? There is an awful lot to do still in this game. I think we're probably at about that time, though. This is probably about as far as we're going to get today. But still, yeah, not a bad bit of progress today. Corrupted zones. There is just so much to do. It's kind of insane.
Now.
Okay. Alrighty, everybody. So yeah, that's going to conclude our Part 6 session. We should be able, I think I'm okay to play again on the next weekend. As far as I know, I don't have anything else going on. If there is any kind of complication, obviously I shall let you guys know about it within the Discord server. Good to see everyone again. It's good to see you, Larkin. I'm so glad that you took a moment to drop in today. I'm not seeing anybody live that I wish to give the raid to at this time, so I'll just go ahead and close with my thoughts. Thank you, everybody, for being here again. Yeah, all that good stuff that's happening in the Discord server right now. Being in the Discord server is a good thing to do if you would like to be updated with what's going on with this community, because we're going to need to decide what to play after we finish Horizon Zero Dawn. I have provided all of the VODs now, they've all been uploaded to the YouTube, so everything is up to date on YouTube. I'll work on getting this part posted as soon as possible. And then I am planning on being live this next Tuesday. Since we are no longer playing Zelda games specifically, we are doing Zelda ROM hacks and randomizers. We'll probably be starting with the Helix Blade as the ROM hack. So if you guys are at all interested in seeing some slightly different Zelda content, be sure to check in with me on Tuesday, and we'll hang out for that as well. All scheduling information is posted in the scheduling just below, as well as the inside the Discord server. And of course, any scheduling changes will be announced through the Discord server. Enjoy your weekend. I'll keep up to date with you guys. I'll keep in touch. Keep sending me all your awesome stuff, all the memes, all the food, all the updates on video games, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. I love it all. And I will catch you guys in the next stream. Take care, guys.